Hello and welcome to another edition of Mortgage Solutions TV. I'm Adam Williams here at the Mortgage and Protection event in Manchester, and joining me today is Lynda Blackwell, Manager of Mortgage Policy at the FCA. Welcome, Lynda. So MMR's fast approaching. What's the feedback from brokers been about the new rules?
I think that generally brokers are very positive about the MMR. The move to a predominantly all-advised market is obviously good news for the broker. We've been hearing that there's data which shows that their share has already grown this year ahead of the MMR coming in, and there are estimates that it's going to move to something in the order of 70% next year. So overall, I think good news for the broker.
Obviously, the majority of the MMR regulations are for lenders, but it's important that brokers don't underestimate the new regulations.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we have made it clear under the MMR that it's the lender who's ultimately responsible for assessing affordability, so they're responsible for underwriting the case. But that's not to say that we don't expect the broker, when looking at suitability, to also look at whether the customer can afford the mortgage. In fact, we don't think that they could do a suitability assessment without looking at affordability, but they're not responsible. We're not making them responsible for assessing affordability. The only requirement on them is that they have to check that it's eligible under the lender's criteria.
Well, obviously criteria is a big thing. I know there's a lot of talk about date stamping and making sure that the criteria is exactly right for brokers. What are the conversations going on there?
Yeah, well, it was my understanding the regulator isn't involved in those discussions because obviously it's about the commercial relationship between the lender and the intermediary. But my understanding is that the trade bodies are working together to try and bring some sort of standard format to the eligibility criteria that lenders can look at, and also to do some form of date stamping, because there's an issue about what date the criteria were relevant. So that's all good news, and hopefully that will go some way to addressing the intermediary concerns.
Thanks for joining me, Lynda, and thanks for watching this edition of Mortgage Solutions TV. Bye for now.